Hey guys, so if you have a Mazda 3 2016, that third generation, you might have the problem that we have right here. You can see the window. It's not really working. Hopefully, it's just a motor fix, and today we're going to swap out the motor and see how that goes. Let's give it a shot. All right, so first what we want to do is we want to remove this cover right here. Just kind of pop that off, and it exposes this screw right there. We're going to take out that screw. Don't lose this. Next up, there's a screw down here. That, okay? And everything else on this door frame is held in by clips, so we're gonna have to pull it off. And whenever you have these types of clips, there's always this chance that because they're plastic, that they do break. So you do have to live with that reality. You might have to replace the clip after you pull it out. Okay. So what we want to do is we're gonna give it some good yanks. Okay. And see, you can see the clips right here, and that's what they look like. And they go into these pins, and it looks like one of the clips broke right here because it's not here anymore. But regardless, this is what we need to get to over here. What we want to do is we could just unplug the door, these plugs right here. You just squeeze that and unplug, and then we could just remove the door. Okay, so let's put that aside. All right, so the motor we got is this motor we got off of Amazon. I'll leave a link in the description for this. So hopefully all we have to do is swap out the motor right there and the window works again. So let's give it a shot. All right, so you can see the motor right here. It's really easy. You don't have to get to the actuator or anything like that. If we could just swap out the motor, and that solves our problem, that'll be great. So let's get number 10s for this. All right, so we're just gonna open up these bolts. Okay, pretty easy. And for here, just press down on this tab just like the other pins. Press down that tab and pull it out. And there's your motor. Here's the new motor. And they are directional, so you got to make sure you have the left side and the right side, so that's important. Okay, you can see there's teeth in here. See that? So you got to make sure you line everything up straight, and then you should be able to put those bolts back. Okay, make sure it's nice and tight so that it pulls the teeth in with the motor. All right, that should be it. We're going to plug this back in, put everything back. Okay, first what we got to do is plug these things back in. Okay, we're going to click that back in. All right, and after we get that back in, we're going to make sure the handle is back in the proper place. Kind of slides in. From there, got to do is we got to get these guys back in. And if you look over here, see this pin? It's still stuck to the door. It should be here. So in those scenarios, what you have to do is to pull it out, slide it back in so that we can push it back in. Okay? Can you pause? Right. So you see there's one here and one here. And I guess the previous owner must have taken this out and broken it. So, I got some replacements right here. So I'm just going to stick in. Here's some. So I'm going to stick these in. as a replacement. So if they break, it's no big deal. You just buy a replacement. I'll leave a link onto something like this too. All right, let's get that handle back in, and we're going to snap everything back in place. Okay, just pop everything back in. Make sure nice and tight. And now we just put back in the screws that we took out. Put back in that plate. One last screw. All right, there, your motor has been swapped. So let's test it. All right, perfect. And you might need to reset it. And I think you roll it up, leave your finger on it for 2 seconds. You go all the way down, leave your finger on it for 2 seconds or something like that. There, now it's auto up and auto down. All right, that was really quick and really easy.